What's good YouTube? This girl Spirit Gets Slim underscore VSG. And I am coming to you today because I have another video update for you. Hey. I just want you to know that you are the energy special. I just want you. So if I look a little turned up, it's just because tomorrow is surgery day. Today is 13 days of pre-op, and tomorrow it's not like I'm about to eat or something like that. Tomorrow, I don't know why I'm so happy, but I'm just happy to I got this far. It's just so amazing to just see how far I have gotten. Just how dedicated I was, just how motivated I was and determined, and I'm finally here. I could have gave up. Yeah, and there's probably people out here, you probably don't know, because you only hear the stories of the success. You don't hear the stories about I gave up and I did whatever else, or I had to try it again, and blah blah blah. You only hear about people who done it, which is a great thing. You don't want to hear about all the failures. You do want to hear about just your up and coming. So without further ado, I am in 13 days of pre-op. For those of you who don't know, let me do a little small introduction. First of all, I am Spirit J, also known as J Spirit, and I am undergoing vertical sleeve gastrectomy in Mexico, in Tijuana, Mexico, at Pompeii Surgical Center. And I chose to go there, and I did a whole video that explained it, not in depth at least, but I mean, gave you some common details. So please go check out that video. I definitely came across it, definitely was interested, and went forward. Just long story short. And so just to kind of give you an update about where I am in pre-op, I'm on day 13, of course, like I mentioned, and I'm not going to say it's hard. First of all, I feel like whatever comes out your mouth, you profess it to be, and your brain absorbs it, and your conscious and your subconscious, and everything that you do every time you say something hard, it makes it harder just for you, just because your brain feels like, okay, she thinks this is harder, let's give her something hard. I don't know how to explain this and get all deep down into the physics, but for those of you who understand, kudos to you. You get what I'm talking about. Stop being looking at the glass half empty and look at it more half full. So that's how I am. I'm not going to say it's hard. I'm not going to speak those things. I am going to say that there was some challenges along the way, but it didn't necessarily make it harder, because we as people, we love challenges, okay? I know that I do, and we do it all the time. We don't even notice that we love a challenge when it comes to work, when it comes to relationships. Somehow, some way, our soul loves to feed off of challenges. So I had a couple challenges in here. And I think it's because it's hormonal imbalance. And y'all also have to understand, not only could I not eat, I also couldn't smoke. And for people who smoke, y'all understand that without having whatever you smoke, whether it's cigarettes or marijuana, without having those things, you'll be good off marijuana. I don't believe nobody's ever been hooked on marijuana. So I don't want to hear that, he was tweaking. But having a nicotine fit, I'm pretty sure that's pretty hard. I'm pretty sure you probably contemplated life. And when I found that out, I really was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this no more, because I wouldn't want to put myself in that state. But I thought about all the people who got off drugs, who was addicted to cocaine or heroin and people like that, and they may have went through withdrawal seasons, but for them to overcome their addiction, I can overcome mine. So I'm overcoming 2 out of 1. So y'all gotta give me props on that. Like, your girl stayed with the, I ain't go cancel the appointment. I'm too deep in now to even cancel without having some repercussions. But definitely, I definitely am taking my time with it. And I can say honestly, for those of you who are like me, who may have my story, I didn't have a nicotine fit. You wanna know why? This is my theory. I think the reason why is because I too focused on why I can't eat. Okay, so I had 4 days where, well, excuse me, 3 days out the whole 13 days. So 10 days I was good. 3 days out the 14, out the 13, I had a meltdown. 2 days out of those three was about food. One day I was craving pizza real bad and I wanted pizza and I cried because I wanted this pizza. Another day I told y'all on day 5 I licked a piece of toast. And I was cooking this toast and I licked it. And I cried because I felt pathetic. I felt like, really? You're going to lick this piece of toast? Like, are you serious? Like, really? Like, this is what we come to? And I think even that day I sucked on a Dorito. I sucked on it. I didn't chew it. I didn't swallow it. I sucked on it and spit it out. The reason why I spit it out, I solely believe it's because I remember it had pepper. And you cannot have pepper on the pre-op diet. So I thought about the pepper for some reason, but I would have swallowed. It was just one chip, so I would have been like, I'm good. And I would have made an excuse to cheat, but I wind up doing that. So moving forward, the things that I ate or drunk on the pre-op diet. Personally, every place is different. Y'all, I have your list, so I'm not gonna go down a whole list of what you can have and what you can't have. What I can say is what I had. You can have broth, you can have sugar-free pudding, you can have sugar-free jello, you can have sugar-free yogurt, and you can have, let me see, no, applesauce. Did I say applesauce? Unsweetened applesauce? Yeah. And of course, Propel, water, popsicle, sugar-free, and you can have G2. So I put myself on a system. You can have free range, eat whatever you want, just as long as it's on that list. And first week of during pre-op, you can have 4 ounces of lean chicken, lean turkey, and I believe roast beef. I chose to stick with the chicken. However, I did try to switch to roast beef, and I'll tell you about that experience in a minute. So I had the 4 ounces of chicken. For those of you who don't know what 4 ounces is, because I didn't, okay? So 4 ounces of chicken is basically 1/4 cup. So you measure it out in a 1/4 cup, and that's 4 ounces of chicken. I will post a picture on my Instagram and my highlights with the pre-op foods, or just foods maybe, and I'll show y'all what it looks like so y'all have a visual, because people was looking at me like I was crazy when I asked, well, how much is that? Like, it say 1/4. Like, let me get a visual or something. Like, is that chopped up meat? How long? Because if you think about it, like, what if I got this long piece of chicken and it's about, like, what are you talking about here? I was confused. Anyway, so I only stuck with that. Now, one of the things I can say is I had diarrhea for 11 days straight, non-stop. I mean, like, as soon as I eat something, I was so if you work, keep in mind that you better hope that you work close to a bathroom, because you don't want to embarrass yourself by always have to ask to go to the bathroom. So you might just have to sneak without having to ask if you work in like a call center environment or on a floor or a sales floor. You might just want to sneak in the back. Or I would say, truthfully, with all the stuff you're going to go through, some people went through keto flu, some people had headaches, some people had nicotine fits, some people were just constantly hungry. Some people were moody because there are, you know how when you hangry, you're gonna go through so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna say you're gonna go through. I'm not gonna profess it on you because I didn't go through so much, but I didn't go through none of those changes. However, I was very short with people. I really didn't want to talk. I was very withdrawn. All I cared about was making sure I stuck to this diet. It wasn't like in the forefront of my mind, but that's all that was going through my mind. And it didn't diarrhea. Good thing is that I'm an auditor for individuals who have disabilities, so I just go to their houses and they don't really pay attention to me. I just come in there and do my books, and I just go back and forth to the bathroom. But I do have a lot of downtime where I work from home, and I can just go in my own bathroom. So that was a nightmare. Come to find out, y'all, I stopped having diarrhea when I stopped eating that chocolate pudding. I don't like vanilla pudding, but I do like the chocolate. So I want to say that if you if you like chocolate pudding, be cautious because it might do the same thing it did to you. I'm not sure if that's the total cause or is my body just detoxifying, but I definitely think one is I just found it coincidence that I stopped eating the pudding one day. On day 12, I think I stopped eating pudding and I didn't have it. Day 13, maybe. I think, well, no, because I didn't have, yeah, okay, yeah. One of those days in the mix, let me say. I'm not going to give correct dates. One day I didn't have it, I didn't have diarrhea. The next day I had it, I had diarrhea again. Now I just don't have it. Yes, last night I can't say I did have to put in again, but I didn't have the diarrhea. So I definitely think, I want to say a lot of it had to do with the pudding, but a lot of it also had to do 50-50 with your body detoxifying, just because it's not getting any foods. So I basically, like I told y'all before, I was down 26 pounds. It's past tense. I've gained 5 pounds. Let me tell you why. Well, let's go back to that roast beef situation first before I tell you why. Sorry. You know, my mind. Anyways, and I'm not about to edit because for what? So I had roast beef the day before I couldn't have meat the next week, right? So I had roast beef. I had the 4 ounces, like they said. The roast beef took me out the game. Like, literally, I was on a 2-day stall. Like, I went from being on the scale every day, seeing the pounds drop. You know, one week was 10 pounds, next week 16 pounds. But right now, I literally lost about nothing. It stayed the same. It stayed at 308 forever, and I was so mad. 2 days was forever to me. When you're not eating and the scale not going down, like at least when you're not eating, you can say, well, that scale went down though, but I lost weight though, but I did though. But for the scale not to go down, I'm like, okay, what am I benefiting here? So I was like, I'm glad this is the last day and I can't have meat no more, so I would never do roast beef again. I would suggest stick to the lean chicken or turkey because it is lighter than roast beef, so that may play a huge reason why the scale didn't move. However, I gained 5 pounds because of I had a cheat day. Well, not a cheat day. It's called a last meal. So let me not say it's cheat because they knew about it. They authorized it. I did good on the day before. I mean, the week before pre-op, and so I was rewarded with a last meal. So they told me I can have it the day before surgery, which would be today, which is Monday, December 17th, 2018. But I chose to have it 3 days before, and that was a big no-no. And I might even do a video on my whole experience with that last meal, just because a lot of people don't know that you can have a last meal before surgery. And I could explain why they may do it and everything like that, because I don't want to make this video too long, but I wind up gaining 8 pounds because of that meal. I mean 5 pounds, excuse me, and I haven't lost that weight yet. I probably dropped 1 pound because I see that, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was back in the threes, and I was so sad because I was just celebrating my tubes, and I was down to 295, and I got back up to 300. Now I'm at 298. So I can say, like, definitely hope that, you know, I know that I haven't had the diarrhea no more, and I haven't been going to the bathroom as frequently, but I have had all my protein, everything like that. So I'm not sure if it may have been my water. I don't think I got a lot of water in. I think I only got like 60, maybe I would say like 32 to 60 ounces of water. And most recommend like 120 or more. My personal trainer tells me that he wants me to have at least between 13 and 17 bottles of water. I thought that was just crazy, but who knows. So last but not least, I want to get into what I'm packing before I let you guys go, because I know this videos get lengthy because we talk so much on here. But I do want to say that I'm not taking a I think it's very important, because if you're going by yourself like I am, and I will share later why I had to go by myself even though I'm married. Okay, so don't think that my husband's a deadbeat and nothing like that. There's a very good logical reason why he couldn't go. Before y'all start saying, well, sis, leave that man, he couldn't support you. You know, that's how some people look at it, you know. However, that's just is what it is. So I'm taking this bag right here, okay? It's just about this size. It's like a book bag. I'm going to take my tripod. I'm going to take some loose fitting clothes and probably another pair of shoes, like some slippers or something like that, because you will do some walking just so you can get remove some of that gas paint and everything. But they told you to bring a flash drive, so I will be bringing my flash drive so that they could put my surgery on there. They said to also bring some type of lip balm. I'm not bringing this, but well, I am gonna bring this for the beach or something like that, so I can look pretty when I do my little photos and stuff like that on the beach. And then I'm taking my passport. You don't have to bring a passport to go over the border. Actually, you can just bring your social security card. Excuse me, your birth certificate and your ID, and you should be good. Also, I'm gonna need some gas relief. So about the chewable tablets, even though they recommended for the strips, however, I didn't see the Gas-X strips at the Walgreens that I went to, so I'm probably gonna go to CVS to see if they got it. And then they asked us to bring like some big band-aids for our incisions, so that, I guess, for comfort when we get on the plane, so that we're not in discomfort, everything like that. And of course, I'm going to bring my tampons because I've been on my menstrual cycle for 13 days. I wonder, does that have something to do with the pre-op? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of strange for me. But I'll take it because your girl battled with PCOS for a while and I didn't have periods like that. So to have one now, I'm very much so in tuned. And of course I'm going to bring my paddle brush and my, your girl stuff, your eyewear, and well, this is what I mean by eyewear. Before you like, eyewear? Glasses? No, this. I have to have that at night when I'm somewhere. And then my bonnet. We got, as women of color, love our bonnets or our scarves or whatever you choose to use because it keeps your hair looking great. So other than that, that's just where I'm at with everything. Like I said, the only thing that I could say that I didn't like was the starvation because I love to eat. So I overcame that. So I'm proud of myself for that. I also didn't like the fact that I had that diarrhea for so long because I wasn't used to having diarrhea at all. I didn't know what diarrhea really felt like until then. Good thing it didn't burn. Y'all know how it is when it burn. You gotta flush this so they get that breeze back up. Sorry, too much TMI, but I'm just being honest. Y'all, we all at the same parts, okay? Unless there's men watching it. We got one part that's kind of a little different. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and hit the bell button so you can get the updates. Like I said, every Friday I got a new video. But with this being my pre-op, I am going to definitely come through with a video a little sooner than later. And I'm going to show y'all the whole experience of me going to Pompeii as well. So, stay tuned for that, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.